What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Brick by Brick. Today, I just wanted to talk about a pricing slash negotiation strategy that people have wrong. So, a lot of times, people think that if you overprice something, then it gives you room to come down. And I understand the logical, thinking behind that, just on a surface level. But as someone who's played it out, that typically does not work because you then struggle with demand. So in business, it is all about supply and demand. In real estate, it is all about supply and demand. That is what drives the prices up and down. And so if you have a home on the market that is overpriced and there are other homes on the market that are similar to yours that are at a lower price, then the buyer in this sense has no incentive to come to yours. So they would basically need to take all the other homes off the market before they would just need to come to yours, which would make it the last one and then create so much demand that the price wouldn't matter. But that's just not how it works. So in this case, I turned down 2 listings this week. One, we were $500,000 off in price. He wanted to price at 1.7 and I was at 1.2. The market was at 1.2, 1.1-ish. And so, I was giving him grace with the 1.2, but the thing that he was bringing in was the fact that he wanted to start high. So that way, if he got 1.5, like that would be great, but the buyer would feel like they were getting a deal. And in a $500,000 gap, the buyer is not going to look at your house. So you have to, one, pop up on the search portals to be able to get in front of the buyers. And then on top of that, you need for your home to actually match whatever it is that the price that they're thinking in their head. So even if, I'm qualified for a $2 million house, there still does not mean that I'm going to spend 1.7 for a $1.2 million house. So I think a lot of sellers just forget to play it out as a buyer, because as a realtor, that is my job, to jump in the heads of the buyers and meet them exactly where the seller is. And that is what creates market value. But I just feel like we just take this whole listing price thing out of proportion. So my strategy, the other portion of this is the negotiation aspect. So let's just say you do get an offer at 1.7 in this scenario. So we're on the market for 1.7 and we get an offer for 1.5. Okay, that's the only offer we get. Now, since that is the only offer that we get, the buyer in turn has all the power, because if he walks away, then we lose the deal and then we are sitting in a worse position. So we basically have to give up our cards and play to the buyer's suits in this realm. That can work for sure. However, it is not a strong negotiation leverage to have. In the contrary scenario, let's just say it's worth 1.5 and we price it at 1.4. If we have so many offers, let's say we have 5-6 offers that are competing against each other, we have all the leverage, because any offer that comes in needs to match our terms or else we will go with another one. So they have that scariness factor in there that we can kind of put against each other. So you have all the negotiation power. The most powerful person in a negotiation is the person that has all the leverage to walk away. So if you can walk away from the deal, you are in the most powerful position. If I don't need you, then I'm in the most powerful position in a deal. So you want to create that same type of thing. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a listing in Fort Worth that we were deciding on price, and she wanted to go at 240. I told her market value was around 235. I actually said 237. That was my number. And 237, I said gets the deal done. She said, well, we should go at 240 So that way we have some room to come down just in case, or maybe even 245. That's exactly what she told me. And I said, okay. And I played out this exact scenario. I was like, I'd love to do that. I'd be comfortable with doing that. However, how about we flip the script on them and get all the leverage in the negotiation? If we price this home, let's just say at 225. So that way we hit both the pricing brackets from 200 to 225 and 225 to 250. If we price this at 225 and then have a bidding war from everyone else, I'm confident that we could get up to 235 pretty easily and get all the terms that we can get. Because, again, for the exact same reason that I just explained, they have to fight against each other. So they need to basically play to our strengths in order to get under contract. So she said, that sounds good. Let's try it. So we go to market. We were on the market for 4 days. I got 6 offers. And my final, the one we accepted, was at 235, conventional, 20%, and all the terms that we wanted. And our backup offer was at 235 for just some slightly less favorable terms. So that is the most powerful, and like that is a clear case study on exactly why you should do it. And that's been basically what I've been telling all my sellers to this point, because you do not want to give up leverage in the negotiation aspect. And that can be the most powerful position, is just the fact that you can walk away. Because if, let's just say that deal that we accepted, like they want something crazy, we can happily terminate the contract if we're not comfortable doing that and move to the backup because we have the demand. But if you're fighting with one offer to get all these things, that's where seller experiences just go down and you do not have a good time. So please just consider this when you're putting your home on the market. And I think that it will change how people feel like the selling experience is. And it should not be that terrible. And in any market, you can generate multiple offers, but you must play to where the buyers are. That's the most important part. So let me know if this is something you guys enjoy. And as always, if you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you need somebody to take a look at your house, give you a price opinion or anything like that, just let me know. I'd love to come by, take a look, and give you my thoughts. And if you're thinking about selling, just let me know as well. But for the most part, just keep following for sure. I'm trying to bring these value-driven content to you guys so that way you have something to take away each time. But yeah, so let me know if this is something that you find useful, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks.